Hello everyone and welcome back to Football Manager 2020 and another part of our Glory Hunter series where we are with Tottenham and about halfway through our first season at the club, following really good spells at Barcelona and Ajax. When we left off last time, we'd had a really good start to the Premier League, which had just been brought to a halt in a 2-0 defeat by Liverpool, where we did hold our own but then sort of capitulated after Mo Salah scored on the hour mark to drop us to a 2-0 defeat. But that didn't knock morale or confidence. You may have noticed that we were getting quite a few clean sheets going into that Liverpool game, and after that Liverpool game we went on a sensational run where we didn't concede a goal for a very long period of time, starting off with a 3-0 win over Crystal Palace in the EFL Cup. We rotated the team for this game. Mason Greenwood got a start up front and did really impress me. I think he got man of the match in this game. He got a free kick to start us off the mark into that bottom corner, really well placed. And then it took till late in the second half before David Neres put the ball across, and there was Kenner on the volley. Quite a lax volley really, no real power behind it, but it beat the keeper for 2-0. And Ndombele then with a beautiful ball to find Barnes, and the slowest goal of all time. It just went in off the second post to make it 3-0. But a comfortable win really to get us through in the EFL Cup. We then took on Leicester, and this was a nice 4-0 victory. Again, a few players rotated in and out. David Neres getting a start again in the league. This squad is really impressing me. It's probably my favourite squad so far. Alex Telles with a free kick into the top corner to get us off the mark. Then the second goal, Ndidi giving the ball away to Ambere, slipped in behind, and Andre from the tightest of angles made it 2-0. Corner then from Alex Telles in by Ruben Dias for 3. And then in the second half, just a few seconds in, keeper drops it. Andre with the half volley to make it 4-0. So a really good performance there from the team. Champions League group went absolutely perfect. I think we won all 6 matches. You can see how much we dominated this game. And Mason Greenwood getting 2 goals from the left flank, which is even more impressive. He looks like an excellent signing. Lazala into Ambere, ball across, Greenwood with the tight angled finish. And then the second one, not long after second half kickoff, Keane heads it over, Xerxes tees it up, and Greenwood coming in for a near post finish again. So 2-0 victory there over Shakhtar Donetsk. We then took on Arsenal, my first North London derby, and this was the Harry Kane show. I wasn't sure where the breakthrough was going to come from, but then just on half time, Harry Kane scores a penalty to make it 1-0 in that bottom corner, and then he got a second to see it off. Halfway through the second half, ball came in and he just finished it past the haphazard Kepa, who had moved across London to play for Arsenal. We then took on Watford, and Harry Kane, who has been scoring a lot of goals for us now, did get another brace, so that's 4 in 2 across these 2 matches. Again, Watford barely able to get a shot on us. This defence and Onana in goal doing a fantastic job. Andre in behind, Kane got through and finished beautifully past the goalkeeper for 1-0. That's very early in the game. Then second half kicks off. David Neres back to Ndombele, his ball in, finds Andre, who beats the keeper to it for 2. And then the third one, Lazala, back to Dele Alli, then Lazala on the right side, who's been so good at right back, found Harry Kane for 3-0. So even the players like Lazala, who aren't necessarily world-beating players, they've been doing a fantastic job for us, rotating into the team, or just starting generally Lazala, and doing a really good job playing above and beyond. I mean, look at these stats. We're absolutely annihilating all of these teams, totally in control. Barnes winning this one from Ghent, plays it forward, Xerxes into the box, finished nicely to make it 1-0. All of our strikers doing a fantastic job this season. Xerxes back to Kenner, his effort, put the keeper the wrong foot there, got the keeper on the wrong foot there. David Neres heads it back, Shackleton to David Neres, and Greenwood with the header for 3. And then in the second half, early on, Shackleton down to Barnes, Greenwood's effort blocked, but Shackleton's was not, and he beat the keeper for goal number 4. We then took on Everton away again. In these big matches, Harry Kane is a big match player, you have to say. I mean, Everton were a tough team away from home, but Harry Kane just grabs the game by the scruff of the neck and gets us the win. Alex Telles with the ball found Greenwood, and then Kane with a very rapid volley into the top corner. And then on the hour, Kane with the header over the keeper, who was left floundering as the ball just rolled into the back of the net. We then took on Peterborough and got a good 4-0 win. Andre and Greenwood starting up front for this one. And Andre getting, I think, his first Spurs hat-trick. You might notice that no goals going in against us through this period. Neres got the ball again and found Andre for the easiest finish at that near post for 1-0. The ball then robbed by Greenwood, who charged in on the goalkeeper and finished it nicely. He's sort of becoming Tottenham's answer to Thierry Henry, Mason Greenwood. Andre then with the finish from the penalty spot made it 3, but 2 for him. Shackleton out wide to David Neres, slipped in, and Andre with the first time finish past the goalkeeper for 4. All that damage done in the first 40 minutes of the game against Peterborough. We then beat Wolves 4-0. Back to a full strength team for this one. Mason Greenwood now starting up front with Harry Kane. Xerxes dropping out the team. I think he was injured actually for a little while, Xerxes. But Alex Telles with the ball in, it was cleared away. Bellingham put it across, and there was Beret for the goal. Harry Kane then with a penalty was hit the post, but he finished off his own rebound for 2-0. And Beret then put it in, and the header from Lorenzo was on the line before Kane slammed it in for 3. And then Beret's corner, 2 goals in the last 4 minutes of the match here, came out to him. He swung it across, and Bellingham, all the time in the world, to find his spot and bury the ball in the back of the net. Then against Ghent again, another 5-0 win this time, a rotated team. It's been nice to be able to rotate the team and have such good players available in your kind of second 11. Even the likes of Dele Alli coming in and doing well in a striker's position. As the ball comes out here, Shackleton with the effort gets the goal to make it 1-0. Dele Alli with a penalty. Keeper got a hand to it but couldn't keep it out. Chukwueze then, who's been doing well when he comes in on that right flank for Ambere, found David Neres and he made it 3 in first half. Ndombele then, 10 minutes to go, found Barnes, back to Shackleton, played in Sessegnon, and then it benefited Chukwueze at the far side for goal number 4. And the final goal 5 minutes before the end of the game. And Ndombele again, who's been doing so well, found Barnes, headed down, David Neres on the volley, made it 5-0. So 2 for David Neres there as well, which was very nice to see, because I really want David Neres to do well at this club. And finally, our long run, a club record run without conceding a goal, came to an end as we took on Crystal Palace. Alexander Sorloth, the man who managed to bring the run to an end. But the team still coming out 4-1 victors. Lizala with the throw to start off with, cleared away but only as far as Kenner, whose long header went over everybody and into the back of the net. Alex Telles' corner planted in by Lazaro's header. Obviously our former player from Barcelona who we brought in. Harry Kane then released by Ambere. Quality finish as you would expect for 3-0 in the first half. And then the 4th goal also in the first half. Ball over the top from Ambere. Greenwood took 2 attempts, but he did find the back of the net for goal number 4. And then in the 78th minute, Crystal Palace did manage to get a goal. Hallow over the top, Sorloth in behind, and he just drilled it past Onana, who maybe could have done more to stop that one. But it was a goal, and unfortunately we lost that run of clean sheets. But we have still been getting a lot of clean sheets since. It's not like the floodgates opened. This was a really tough match against West Ham in the Premier League. They absolutely gave it their all and probably deserved to stop our run of victories, but unfortunately they weren't able to do that. Greenwood with the ball, put it across, and there was David Neres with the finish for a nice 1-0 victory, just to see out that game against West Ham. And that's where you're grateful for such a strong defence as we have at this Spurs team, for making sure that we don't concede too many goals. But then we took on Borussia Dortmund. This was one of the bigger games. Obviously we'd already beaten them in the Champions League, and we beat them again here at home. No real issues. Harry Kane with the header to make it 1-0 from the long throw. Chukwueze then with the corner, cleared out, and Ndombele picking it up, playing it over, and Lorenzo's shot unsurprisingly didn't go in, but Kane able to benefit from a rebound. Dele Alli then on the attack down the right flank, put the ball across, and there was Sessegnon, who somehow beat the keeper to make it 3-0. So a good victory there, helping us see off that Champions League campaign in style. But then unfortunately we suffered a shock home defeat against Aston Villa, a game that we dominated. I'm not really sure what happened in this match, but we weren't good enough. And even the substitutes coming on weren't able to save this one for us. McGinn's ball over the top, Gabriel Barbosa rounding the keeper. It was a good ball and a nice finish, but I can't believe that we didn't score in that game. We were so dominant for so long. And then we followed it up with a 3-1 defeat at Old Trafford. We were, plain and simply, just outplayed in this game. They were the better team, they had more shots, same number on target, and for once we dominated possession, which to me is always a worry. But Tagliafico, our former player, getting the first goal. He had an effort denied, but then on the header managed to beat Onana for 1-0 to Man United. Ball then played back before they launch it down that left flank for Tagliafico again into Martial. A goal and assist for Tagliafico in the first half, really just sticking the knife in against us. Robinson got a header back for us to make it 2-1, but then any hope of a comeback extinguished when Martial cut inside and scored a wonderful individual goal, beating 2 players and the keeper to make it 3-1 to Manchester United. We did manage to bounce back with a couple more victories. The first one coming against Brighton, where we absolutely tore them apart with Ambere, Xerxes and Kane on the score sheet. First one, Kenner's effort blocked out to Lorenzo. Alex Telles played the ball in nice and deep, and Ambere from inside the 6-yard box with a tight angled finish for 1-0. Second one, we win the ball, Greenwood stealing it from a defender, found Xerxes, and a nice finish. Greenwood really impressing over a number of games, and Harry Kane with a penalty just before the full-time whistle did make it 3-0. And then we did finish off the Champions League with a nice 2-0 win over Shakhtar. Fully rotated team for this one, and it was Chukwueze who got both goals in a man of the match performance in the snow in the Ukraine. Dele Alli with the ball on the corner found Chukwueze's header, hit the defender, but he got his own rebound in for 1-0. And the second one, he wins the ball himself, charges past the defence, who can't catch him with his pace, rounds the keeper and gets the finish in the top corner no less for a 2-0 win. So really well done by Chukwueze, by the team, and it has set up a Premier League game away from home against Chelsea, who was second in the league. Obviously Chelsea, current 3-time reigning champions of England, so this is a massive game for us to see how good we are. And then we have Manchester City away from home in the EFL Cup quarter final. But at the moment, if you have a look at the league table, you can see we are 2 points clear of Chelsea. Despite losing 3 matches, we've won the other 13. And Chelsea, who have drawn 4 but have only lost 1, and that was against Liverpool, who are a bit further behind. It's quite nicely bunched up in the top 4. 4 points between us all. We're 8 points clear of City though. And the question is, can we win the league? Beating Chelsea today at Stamford Bridge would be a real sure sign that we can go on to win the league. Now the team going out there today, we're going to have Greenwood playing that role on the left flank. I've been so happy with Mason Greenwood, £60 million signing. He's been doing a fantastic job for us out there. Xerxes as well up front, 60 million signing, 5 goals in 10 league games. He has been very good, and Bere has been world class out on that right flank. Harry Kane we all know about. Kene and Bellingham both in the middle doing really good jobs, with then Domblé coming in as well to support. Telles has been fantastic in the left back position for us. We signed him for 16 million. He's worth 22 now, and look at that average rating. It's been brilliant. Luzala as well, academy graduate, 7.25 rating. He's been absolutely fantastic for us on that right flank. Same for Lorenzo and Diaz. Onana in goal. It is just a really strong team. This Chelsea team though, 3-time Premier League champions, being led by Erling Haaland. He's got 16 in 21. A big reason why they are where they are. Chiesa as well, very good player. Pulisic we all know about. Ramos in the middle, a former Barcelona player I seem to remember. Did I not sell him to them? I did, 28.5 million, absolute steal. Kai Havertz, Yuri Tielemans, Mendy, Ampadu, Demiral, Semedo and Donnarumma. I think that defence can be exploited, and given the number of goals that we've got this season, you would hope that the team can go out there and really make the most of a potentially shaky defence. Their midfield also struggling for fitness, whereas we are fully fit, but they've got a free kick here. Tielemans puts the ball short to Ampadu, back to Tielemans. Spread out wide for Chiesa, who's beaten the defender, but Onana with a very good save. Ramos picking up the loose ball, but Lasala clearing it away. Ramos could come back to haunt me here. A few of my former players have done some damage this season, mainly Tagliafico in the United game. But here's Bellingham taking it round Kai Havertz, who does get the tackling. Chiesa forced back to go right on the edge of his own area. He was giving it away. Greenwood into Kane. And how has Kane not scored there? Fantastic goalkeeping from Donnarumma. It was a great opportunity after we won the ball up, putting so much pressure on that defence that we know is a bit shaky, but unfortunately not able to reap the rewards of our work. Lasala attacking down the right flank now. He's got 3 in the box. He's kept the ball as well, Lasala. Tees up Ambere. What an effort from Walter Ambere to make it 1-0 over Chelsea in a huge match against the 3-time champions in their own backyard. Lasala with the ball, beat the defender, and then played it across for Ambere. But what an effort. That is right into the top corner of the net. The keeper could do absolutely nothing. And we have a 1-0 lead over Chelsea. And could it be that we win yet another league title? Every season that I've been a manager, I have won the league title. I am the 3-time European champion. And here's Alex Telles with the throw-in towards Xerxes. Header comes back in, but Donnarumma happy to take the catch. I mean, it would be fantastic if we take over a team like Spurs, who did finish 4th last year, but mostly been finishing down in 6th. If we took over a team like Spurs and won the Premier League against teams like Chelsea and Liverpool, that really would be quite an achievement. But Chelsea not done yet. Haaland beating the defender, as he so often does, cuts inside, but straight at Onana. This needs to be a rare day off for Haaland, really. Donnarumma plays it short to Demiral, back to Donnarumma. They're under pressure already. That high press causing real damage with this Chelsea defence. Now Kenner goes for it, but that's a really tame effort, dragged well wide of the goal. But half an hour on the clock, we are definitely the better team at this point. The team looking so motivated, so ready to go in this match. They're all performing reasonably well. Nobody down in the 6.5s like you've got for Chelsea. We are all performing to the high standards here that we've come to expect. Lorenzo over to Ruben Dias, played out wide. We've cut a few players out of the game there with that little move. Tellers into Kenner. Need to switch the flank, and instead he's been robbed by Ramos. He plays it into Haaland. Good tackle by Ruben Dias there from the most dangerous striker in world football. And now Mendy on the attack, comes inside, but Greenwood has intercepted it, and now we've got a real chance as Greenwood charges forward. He could play through Kane. He does play through Kane, and again Kane not putting any real conviction in his shots, and Donnarumma able to make save after save from him as this corner gets cleared out to Jude Bellingham. If we can make it through to half time with a 1-0 lead, I'll be reasonably satisfied, and there we go. I think really we should be 2, maybe even 3 goals up after that first half performance, but this Chelsea defence, anxious, nervous, not what you want to see in your defence when you're playing a team who've scored as many goals as we have. I think we're going to have to tell the team to get creative here and try and exploit that defence. Lorenzo didn't enjoy that particularly much. I am also going to go to cautious because unlike at Barcelona, this is a defence I really do trust. They've played so well. I don't even need to make substitutions at this point. I will make some as we get into the last 10 minutes. But this team's doing such a good job, and now they're down to 10 men. They've got a throw in though in a dangerous position. Semedo off injured, down to 10 men. Tomori puts the ball in, and Chiesa is offside. A little bit worried then that that was a goal, but unfortunately for Chelsea, that is indeed offside. Now let's take Greenwood off. We can bring Dele Alli on. Alex Telles off. There's not really anybody that can come on. Maybe Harry Kane can come off for a little bit for Andre. And then we'll just let them run around, do a bit of damage up top. Lasala with a throw-in. Donnarumma easily able to claim it. We need to make sure that we don't commit too many players forward as that ball is thrown out to Dantas, who has the freedom of the middle of the pitch here. And he plays through Haaland. It's on the line, and luckily Ruben Dias gets it away, and it is not an own goal. Now let's take Bellingham off for Jamie Shackleton. And just see 5 minutes to go. Ball goes in. Oh, another good save by Onana. We are being absolutely peppered by this Chelsea team. It does feel like a matter of time before they score. But time is running out. So are they going to get the goal before that full-time whistle goes? Here's Xerxes. We've got a counter. He's got players ahead of him. If he can play it forward, he finds Telles. Ball down the line for Andre. Players in the middle if he can pick them out. He looks for Ambere. Back to Xerxes. Time just running down here as Lasala fails to catch up with the ball. And really... 6 minutes. Where's 6 minutes come from? Not long left. Come on. 2 minutes to go. 1 minute to go. And that is a really, really big win in the context of this season. It wasn't just a lucky 1-0 win. Our defence held out under real pressure at the end. We could have scored more, and we have really humiliated the champions of England in their own backyard. That is a massive win for us. It opens up a 5-point gap over Chelsea. Liverpool and United can close it down to 4 points, but we can afford to lose a game and stay at the top of the Premier League with a little bit of a cushion. That's how big that win is. Next up, we have Man City away before a decent run of games in the Premier League. Some pretty tough matches as well in the Premier League going in towards the January transfer window, where we don't have a huge amount of money to play with. We do have some, actually. I think the board increased the amount of cash available because of how well we're doing in the league. So we could potentially go out there and look to sign some better fullbacks, which is probably what I'd go for, given the strength of the team in almost every other position. But we are going to go ahead now and take on Man City and see if we can make it to semi-finals of the EFL Cup. Time for the Man City game, and we are going out with the exact same team that just beat Chelsea. No need to change what isn't broken, but this is a difficult Man City team. They have Sterling, Felix, Jota and Martinez in their front four. Defence potentially shaky. Ferro is a decent centre-back. We all know about Upamecano. Ayer, though, at right-back is potentially exploitable. Toby Howe, a regen, at left-back as well. And that midfield looks like it's not necessarily going to set the world alight. Fabian now is quite old, and Camacho not got the best average rating. So there's definitely weaknesses in this team. But much more importantly, the Champions League draw has taken place for the first knockout round, and we have been drawn against our first team, Ajax. Now obviously it's not the same Ajax team that when we were there. They've sold a lot of their big players, raised nearly £1 billion in profit thanks to the transfers we made at the club and also the transfers that we signed. But the ball's played in behind Xerxes, straight in behind the keeper, but he couldn't keep the shot down in the opening 30 seconds to give us the lead against Man City. This would be a massive 2 wins if we beat Chelsea then City. Telles puts it in, it's cleared away. Greenwood with the effort off the post, and it's just getting rid of by the City defence. We're not quite getting the efforts on target at the moment as Howe tries to bring the ball forward down that left flank. Ball into the middle for João Felix. We need to really keep it away from their front four. If we can keep it in midfield and defence, we've got the better players, but when they come on the attack we are at risk as Telles easily dispossesses Ayer, and now they're a man short in behind. Kane loses it, but Bellingham picks it up and he's charged into the box, and Ederson, the last line of defence. We know he's a good goalkeeper. We're going to have a lot of shots to get a couple past him today. And Camacho with the ball over the top, and Raheem Sterling played in just like that and has scored. And that's why I said we had to keep it away from their front four. Raheem Sterling with the very comfortable finish from that position, all from our own corner, which is even more frustrating. Camacho half volleyed it forward. Defender too far away from Sterling. You were never going to catch up to his pace. And he does finish it past Onana to make it 1-0. So a little bit of a hill to climb now. Not yet a mountain, but certainly a hill to climb. As we get into 20 odd minutes of the game, we're not really getting the shots. The team look a bit anxious. Alex Telles with the throw though, goes in and easy for the keeper. You never know with those long throws whether the keeper's going to get it or it's just going to be looped over him and into the empty net as Lautaro Martinez comes forward. He plays in Jota, and luckily that's just dragged wide of that far post, because that looked like a dead set goal when Martinez played that ball through. But we're not quite at the races today. I don't know what's going on with the team. Maybe they're a bit tired. Telles with the long throw into Xerxes, and Ambere's offside. I don't think he needed to even touch that ball. Maybe it was going wide. I'd be surprised. But the goal's ruled out either way. He should have just let it run. And we're going into half time, and we are a goal down. Sterling with a corner puts it in. Lorenzo away. Diego Jota can clean it up with Howe. Teed forward, and Sterling's got it there. Don't know how he was allowed to get that, and that's a foul and probably a penalty. Let's see what the ref says. Penalty. You know it's not a penalty when they run over to the stand, but if they just stand there and take instruction, it's always a penalty. Lautaro Martinez, oh, it's saved by Onana to keep us in the game. Onana doing a fantastic job there to keep out Martinez. Sterling with the corner, out by Bellingham. We need to get in at half time and just give the team a bit of a bollock in here, because this is not good enough Ball over the top. Tellez forward to Kane. There's a counter here. Xerxes can get in behind the defender, cutting the ball out. I think I expect to see a much better half than that. It really wasn't the best first half. Also tell the team to get creative. But it's City with a free kick. Sterling in. Cleared away. down on the post. And then just cleared away. That post has been struck twice now. Once each by the two teams. But they've got a corner. Man City. Sterling whips it in. Onana takes the catch. And we're under a bit of pressure early in the first half. But the team, 2 shots on goal. Or on target at least, is absolutely not good enough. We're going to have to make some changes. But we've got a free kick. Tellez in, out to Greenwood and over the top. And the team just not playing well today. Ambere not doing great. Also going to take Greenwood off and bring David Neres on. And then I think maybe Nona Kenna can come off for Jamie Shackleton. And we'll just see if that can make some difference as Ambere steals the ball. He's got players inside the box, but he takes the wrong option in going for the shot. And it is cleared away. I don't know why Onana is anxious after he saved a penalty. Now Lorenzo is anxious as well, which isn't ideal. Inspired by the feedback, the team though. Can it make a difference? Chukwueze forward. We've got 15 minutes to save this cup tie. Back to Chukwueze. Good position. Lays up Luzala. Shot blocked. Bellingham with it. Puts it wide. Normally those second shots from distance after the first is blocked do tend to go in, but only if you get it on target, of course. We have been very poor with our accuracy today. Long throw in. Cleared away to Dembele. Now Howe sends it across to header forward. Very sloppy from Man City, but we haven't taken it. We have now. Bellingham plays it over to Chukwueze arriving, and again a shot off target. I don't know what's going on with the team. They're so wayward. Ferro plays it forward. Over the top for De Bruyne. Now Diego Jota spreads it for, I assume, Moussa Dembele. Now over, and Trincao's header into the arms of Onana. Trincao, a player I thought about signing for Spurs, but we are blessed on that right flank, so I'm not sure we need him as Chukwueze comes forward. He's got players ahead of him. Chukwueze, he's doing it himself. Oh, off the bench, Samuel Chukwueze with an absolutely sensational individual goal to set up a grandstand last 10 minutes in this match. Look at this, he cuts inside the midfielder, charges through the centre of the defence, and then finishes past Edison hard and low to make it 1-1. A fantastic goal there. And could we be about to save this cup tie and keep up our hopes of winning another piece of silverware into the last minute of normal time? Lorenzo with the ball sends it all the way back to Onana in goal. He's got pressure coming on him, but he easily finds Alex Tellez. Ball forward to Shackleton. David Neres. Need to see something from him now off the bench. He keeps going. He's still going. Oh, and that's just over the top. Even the subs not always 100% accurate in this game, and time just running out. It's straight to penalties here. Reasonably happy with that setup. Let's just go for it. We're going to have to see. This do take quite a while, these penalty shootouts. Jota's going to take the first one. Oh, and Nana saves his second penalty of the game already. Really good that we've got such an informed penalty stopper. Kane now with his penalty, and we've got the advantage from the first round of penalties. Trincao to take the second penalty. Can Onana make it 3 saves in a row? Trincao. No, he's found the bottom corner. He's a clinical finisher, Trincao, when needed. Alex Tellez, though, is a risky choice for second penalty taker. He steps up, though, and does find the bottom corner. He's been in really good form. I was a little bit worried when he was auto-picked as the second taker, but he's in really hot form at the moment. Ferro is denied again. 3 out of 4 penalty saves for Onana in this match. Xerxes to take the third one and really give us the upper hand. He's a great finisher, and he finishes that as well. So that's 3-1 now. Another save here from Onana, and we'll comfortably take this penalty shootout. Hence the really slow, long walk up from Fabian, the ageing midfielder. I don't think he's that old. I think he's like 29, 30 to be fair. But he steps up to face Onana, who saved 3 of his 4 penalties in this game. And Fabian, with the penalty, does find the bottom corner. So the pressure now falls back onto our team, but we've got a nice safety net here. It's really not the end of the world. We've got 2 chances to kill this game, or 3 chances if Onana saves another one. So this is not a big worry as Chukwueze, who saved this game for us, saved this cup tie, steps up to win the match. It would be a deserving winner if Chukwueze can finish this one, as he steps up and he does score right into the top corner. Total confidence from Chukwueze, who has managed to take us through to the semi-finals of the EFL Cup, and thank God there was an extra time in that game. Really important victory, that one. So if we have a look at the schedule coming up now, we've got a little bit of time till that EFL Cup semi-final. We've then got the Ajax match as well. Now what I might do is pick up next against Man City and the second EFL Cup semi-final. I'm not sure who we're likely to be playing. Liverpool, Leicester, United, Chelsea, hopefully Newcastle, but then we can look forward to that second EFL Cup semi-final, a match against Man City as well, and then after that we'd probably be looking at this United Ajax double header. I would be tempted to show this one, but maybe we could play the Ajax Chelsea game depending on how we're looking in the Premier League. We have choices basically. If you have enjoyed this episode though, do drop a like down below. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you're new, but until next time, see ya.